Welcome back, everybody. Driver53 here, and today we've got another video taking a look at lime, but not in precision farming. We're going to be using it with base game. And what's the question here? Well, if you don't lime between each harvest and you wait until the third time when it actually shows you on the map to lime, does it make a difference in your yields? So that's what we're going to find out. And then we're also going to take a look at how much it costs to apply lime at each harvest stage. So what I have here, let me go ahead and show you the map. I've got 4 fields. These are the same fields that I've been using for a lot of my other testing. These are all exactly the same size. They are all 1 acre. So this one down here, this is the very first time that we're going to harvest this field right here that we're setting at right now. This one here has already been harvested once, so this will be harvest number 2, which means that we did not lime it 1 time. So we skipped 1. This field here, we've skipped twice, so this is harvest number 3 on this field. And this field right here, this is going to be the 4th time we've harvested this field. So as you can see that it shows that you need lime. Well, I'm curious, how much of a drop are you going to get? What percentage of that? And then what we're going to do on the second part of this test is look and see if it costs any extra between harvests. So like this one's, the very first time, we're going to lime it afterwards, see how much it costs, see how much we use. Then we're going to come and do the same thing here. So with having an extra harvest, we know in precision farming, it costs, it takes extra lime because it's a double application. And then up here, this would be like a triple application. I don't think it's going to work that way here in base game. We're going to look at it anyway, and then we're going to compare how much is used in a regular application versus a, when it says that you actually need it. So we're going to be looking at all that data here. Hopefully it's not going to be as complicated as precision farming was, but we had a request here to take a look at it in base game, so that's what we're going to do. What we have is a nice case with the awesome super wide header on here. We're going to go and fire this thing up and go ahead and get started, and I will show you guys all the different yield volumes as we harvest them, so you guys can see that. And then we'll come back and we'll be throwing lime down on these fields also, and you guys will see all that. So I'll put charts up at the end, but that way you guys can see not live, but as it's happening field by field, what those values are, and then we'll recap on the end. So here we go, and I'll see you guys once we have this field done. So to establish the baseline, we have 7,423. And what I mean by that is this is the first time it's harvested. Everything was done to this field as it should have been. So our baseline here, 7,423, that's going to be what we set everything else against. So let's get on to the next field, which is going to be right there. So we're over here on field number 2, and the worker kind of got a little bit excited and started to put some of the harvest off this field into the trailer. As you can see, we're up to 75.29 now, and it should be at 74.23, which was 106 liters. Now, when I come over here, you can see that it's 73.12. If we add that 106, it's going to be 74.18. So 5 liters less. I don't think that's enough to be considered a reduction, but we'll look and see what it looks like here on the third field. Here we are on field number 3. So this one has had 3 harvests run on it, and as you can see, we are at 74.22 on our yield. So I don't see a reduction. I think just the 74.18 was just one of those things where you have just like 1 or 2 less plants in it, and I can actually see one up there in the corner right now. So if I harvest that one, we could even be higher. Let's go grab it. Actually, I tend to always figure out a way to leave 1 corn stalk standing. There we go. 74.23, exactly the same as the field with 1 harvest on it. So, on to field number 4, and this one is the one that shows that it needs the lime on the map. So this one's a little interesting. As you can see, we only got 6,866. Well, that is down from the 74.23 that we had on the original field, but it's only 7.5%. Now, everything that I've read before, and I'll show you right here, says improving yield. Spread lime every 3 harvests is 15%. So I'm not sure what's going on. We have 4 harvests, so we've already done 3. This will be the first one to skip, and then we see this. That's half the value that Giants put in the guide. All right, everybody, and here we are over at the first field. So this one had 1 harvest on it, and it does not need anything. It doesn't say that it needs lime, just plowing because we had corn in it. But what we have is a nice lime spreader right here. We got the big big extension on it. What we're going to do every single time that we come over here, we are going to line up the front tire and the rear tire right on the edge of this field so that we start in the exact same location. Now, all 4 of these fields are the same width and length as the others. So this is going to give us a really, really good identification of how much we need for each one. Now, I'm kind of expecting the first 3, since they don't say that they need lime, to all take the same amount. And then the last one is going to be obviously a lot more. But we're going to go and write down the numbers. And as we get done with the field, we'll write down and see how much it is. Each one of these is going to start with 14,000 liters of lime. I have a station right there that I'm going to fill up after each one so it goes back up to 14,000. And that way we get a very, very accurate reading all the way across. And here we go for number 1. As you guys can see, it's going to start spreading. Now, I know we're getting a little bit over on the outside, and I wanted to do this with some control, the edge of the tires over here on the side, so that I made each one of these exactly the same, because I don't know if it's reading anything that's being spread out there on the outside. This is base game. I haven't tested base game a whole lot, but yeah, we're going to do it all exactly the same and see what the results are. So I'll see you once we're done. Alright, so as you guys can see, we ended up with 11,816 liters here. And if I pan around, you guys can see that the entire field here is done. I know there's some stuff up there you're not going to be able to see, but that's the physics of the game, or the graphics of the game. So, 11,816. So that equals, we used 2,184 liters. 2184. Alright, here we are on field 2. This had 2 harvests on it. So let's go ahead and get started. Not quite sure what happened there, but it looks like we're good now. Alright, yep. See you guys at the end. So as you can see, we still have 11,812 in the tank this time. That gives us 2,188 onto field number 3. Here we are on field number 3. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, this one looks, yeah, a lot better start. Alright, see you guys at the end. So here on field number 3, you can see that we have 11,795 liters left. Well, that means that we used 2,205. So right now, between the first field and this field, we have, what, a 21? Yeah, 21 liter difference. I mean, that's not much. So I really don't think that there is any difference up until this point. We all know that the next field over here, field number 4, says it needs lime, but I don't know if, I mean, that's 20 points out of 2,000. I mean, what is that, 1%? I mean, it could be something, but I think they would do it a little bit more incremental than just 1% and then boom, everything. So let's get over to 4. Let's take a look at it, and I'll see you guys over there. And here we are at field number 4. This is the one that actually says it needs lime. If we get out here, we can see that it says it down there in the bottom right hand corner. So I'm expecting this to be a lot higher. I don't know, I could be wrong though, but let's find out. Alright, so alright, it started good. Alright, I'll see you guys at the end. Alright everybody, so as you can see, we have 11,842 left, which means we used 2,158. So this is really, really interesting. And let's go ahead and take a look at this chart here. You can see that at one harvest, alright, this is our baseline. We had a yield of 7,423. And if we were to put lime on it after that, it would be 2,184 liters. So that's pretty expensive because we know that it's $450 for a 2,000 liter bag of lime. So next, 2 harvests. So this means that we skipped a harvest and then we harvested again. The yield is still 74.18. I mean, it's only, what, 5 liters difference? That's negligible. That's nothing, okay? And the lime, 21.88. So the same amount of lime went down this time. So it didn't matter if there was a skip in between or not. It was the exact same amount of lime. So still a little bit over 200, or a little bit over $450. So 3 harvests. All right, the yield still didn't drop. So that means we've skipped 2 harvests now, and we still got almost the exact same number, like 1 liter difference. So it's the same. And then lime was 2205. So all 3 of these stages of lime are the exact same amount, which means that you're not having a reduction in the soil that you need to put anything down. All right, your yield is exactly the same within 5 liters on all these, and your lime is exactly the same within 21 liters, whatever. So that's the same too. So if you're putting lime down every single time on base game, you are spending way too much money on lime. Way too much money on lime. Now, when does it matter? Well, you can see here at 4 harvests that the yield was 66,866. Now that is a drop of 7.5%. Now, I'm not sure, the guide said 15%, but we only got 7.5 here. And you can see that the lime was 2,158. Basically the exact same amount of lime needed as all the other stages. So that, to me, means that after your 3rd harvest, you're going to want to put lime down. So what that means to me is you're going to need to put lime down on after your 3rd harvest, just like base game says, right? Because if you have that 4th harvest without any lime, you are going to get a reduction. And the lime is going to be the exact same amount. So it makes absolute sense. Wait 3 harvests and then do it. Whenever the field says it needs lime, do it. There's no benefit of adding lime in between each harvest. You're not saving yourself anything. You're spending a lot extra. I mean, you're spending a little bit over $450 an acre extra to put lime down every single harvest. So we know that, after the 3rd harvest, you're going to want to put it down. But the other 2, right, you don't need to put anything down. And it doesn't matter the crop. It just doesn't matter. So that's a little bit over $900 base game prices that you would be spending per acre just on lime if you put it down every single time. Because like I said, you're not getting any benefit. It's not reducing it by a third or whatever like that every single time. So what it is doing is it's resetting every single time. Okay, that's what's happening there. So you're never going to get to a point where it says you need lime, but you don't actually have to. You're resetting it so you may never forget it, right? If you just get in the habit of doing it every 3rd time, then you're good. But like I said, you are spending, honestly, $900 extra every single rotation. Rotation of 3 harvests. That's a lot. That's a lot of money per acre. If you're running 100 acres, that's a lot of money. That's $90,000 over 2 harvests. That is a lot. I mean, I don't think 100 acres is too bad. That's a normal size field or normal size farm. So yeah, definitely. If you're putting lime down every single harvest, I would stop. I would only do it every 3 because you are spending way too much money. I can't express it enough. You gotta hold on to that lime. Don't put it down every single harvest. Do not do that. Unless you're getting it super free. If you're getting it super cheap, maybe, right? We know that with the CNS modding and Anne-Marie pack over there, per 1,000 liters, you're looking at $11. So in this one, you're going to be spending $22, a little bit more, an acre. So you'd be spending $44 an acre. And if you multiply that by 100, I mean, that's still, right? $4,400. Doesn't seem like much, but every 2 harvests, I mean, every little bit matters. So I don't know. Use it as you will. But that's going to be it for today, everybody. We proved that it is not cost effective to put lime down after every single harvest on base game. Wait your 3. Definitely wait till after you've harvested your 3rd time and then put your lime down. It's going to be the exact same amount of lime that is needed every single time, so you're not saving any money at all. None. So that's going to be it. If you enjoyed the video, go and give me a thumbs up if you would. You want to be kept up to date on all my latest tips and tricks videos here? Think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, hit the notification bell too. Don't forget also, we got Driver's Crew going on over there. You can hop in there and see some extra stuff behind the scenes. A little bit of different side of Driver 53 over there. We got a bunch of people already in there right now. We would love to have you. So have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver 53, signing off.